Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode on the Annoy Dad channel as he sits in his nice warm truck, looking at the outside and thinking, I really do not want to go out there. No, it's cold! We've actually had some snow, which is a bit of a turn up for the books. You can see the horses over there. They're looking at me as if to say, get us out of this snow. They have actually found a load of shelter in the hedge there, so don't worry too much about them. They have got shelters. They have got places they can go and hide. They are doing all right. But yeah, we've just arrived up here. This is for the afternoon check. And we are going to go and see the birds. And I will show you just how cold it is, because it's all horrible cold. And we will go and see what's happening and see what's frozen. The water tap has frozen solid. In fact, it's even got a little icicle. If the camera can focus in. It did have a longer icicle this morning, but I snapped it off. And yeah, there's definitely nothing coming out of that tap. Nothing at all. We have snowy tractors. And just inside the shed here is where I keep the feed. The feed that is in the water, that is ready to go. But when I done it this morning, there's about 2 centimetres of ice. And you can see there, I'm pressing down on it. Oh, there we go, I broke through that, but I want to be careful because I don't want to get wet hands. So yeah, it's that cold. The feed is freezing up. And where you can normally see Stephen and the chickens, they're all hidden. But the ground though, where it's wet, and it always is wet, it's still wet. Like you can see it's cold and it's near to icing up, but it's still really wet and cold and horrid. These guys are inside in the warm. You enjoying it there, ladies? And you can tell of a morning when you open up the door, there's a wall of heat that hits you. They seem to be keeping it quite nice and toasty in there. You will see there's a turkey just at the back there. The young Jake, he's had to be put in there because him and his daddy were scrapping. But yeah, they're quite happy, but they're obviously under avian lockdown. And then if we go over to these guys, oh, there's Mr. Gobbler there looking nice and cold. Oh dear, I've got some tarpaulins I need to sort out. Probably weight of snow on them. You see, I've just basically put up this pallet. Come on, camera. There we go. So I basically just put up that pallet with some things across it just to stop the wind blowing straight across and at them. And that seems to be working quite well. They seem quite happy with that. I definitely have to sort out the tarpaulin. Yes, she's not meant to be in there, but you can see where it's the weight of the snow's just got on it and it's just taken it straight down. So we will sort that out in just a second. But then if we come around here, where the geese are, see, I like the snow because you can see where the animals have been and what animals have been. So these guys are still out here, still enjoying it. You just have to come out and just be careful of their waters. Just make sure they still got access to water because it likes to freeze up very quickly. And if you saw my video that I done the other day, the little short that I shot, you'll see we haven't had an awful lot more snow since then, because you can still see the tufts of grass out the top of it. But you can definitely see where the wind is whipping it up in places. And that wind's horrible. It's a northerly wind. It's blowing straight from the north. So the way we're looking now, the wind's blowing straight towards us. That's a horrible wind. And I suppose it really wouldn't be fair if we didn't include these two guys in the video as well, because they are out here in this They have actually got a little shelter down there in the hedge that they go and hide in. But I do like to encourage them to come out to eat the hay. I'm not too concerned about them. They are what are called Welsh Mountains, the Welsh Mountain breed. So they actually come off the hills in Wales. If you don't know Wales, if you're from another place, Wales is that bit that's to the left of the United Kingdom, not Ireland, but part of the mainland. It rains for 9 months of the year. It drips off the trees for the other 3. It's cold, it's wet. So these horses are bred, that's where they come from. They are well used to this weather, so don't worry at all about them. You can see that the ice is forming. If I can zoom you in, where they walk around, you can see they pick up little bits of ice on the feet, on the hooves. And this one here, he's got some, see if he'll hold still enough, on his beard. Yeah, he's too busy eating. But yeah, he's got some little bits of ice there on his beard. But not to worry, that does fall off as soon as it warms up. That'll be gone and it'll be off of there again. So I'm just going to go back. I'm going to lock up everything because it's the end of the day and I want to go home and warm up and have a nice warm cup of coffee. One of the worst things I found that I wasn't expecting is that where we use the padlocks on places, the padlocks are actually freezing up. And where they're large padlocks on chains, it's not too bad because you're able to lift up the whole chain and then smack it down on something, and that helps to free up all of the internal mechanism of it. But on the smaller ones that we're using on doors, you can't do that with them. So yeah, it's been quite entertaining trying to open up some of the padlocks. But as we come along, you can see Orchard 1 here, looking very Christmassy. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do hit that subscribe button because it means an awful lot to me. And I love seeing the increase in all of the new people coming in. If you have any comments, please do leave them down in the comments section down below. And until next time's video, which will hopefully be Monday or Tuesday next week. Thank you so much for watching and bye-bye.